Success doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of specific habits, mindsets, and actions that set successful people apart from the rest. But what exactly are those things? What do the world's top achievers know and do that the rest of us don't? In 100 Things Only. Successful people do, you'll discover the essential practices and principles that lead to success in all areas of life. From building meaningful relationships and mastering your mindset, to making smart financial decisions and embracing failure as a tool for growth. This book distills the habits of the most successful individuals, offering you actionable steps to apply in your own life. Whether you're an entrepreneur, student, professional, or simply someone looking to reach your full potential, these 100 proven strategies will help you unlock the success you desire. Get ready to transform your mindset, refine your habits, and take your life to the next level. The journey to success starts now. Success begins with the courage to follow your dreams. Most people grow up being told to set aside their dreams for something more practical, something that guarantees security and stability. While security is important, it often comes at the cost of fulfillment. The truth is, if you want to live a life that excites and energizes you, a life that is truly meaningful, you need to pursue your dreams. Dreams are powerful because they are uniquely yours. They come from deep within, aligned with your passions, your talents, and the things that make you come alive. Yet, it's easy to let those dreams slip away under the pressure of society's expectations or the fear of failure. The world often tells us that chasing our dreams is impractical, that it's safer to take the well-worn path, but in doing so, we may lose the chance to live a life of purpose. Think about the most successful and fulfilled people you know or admire. Chances are they didn't follow the crowd. Instead, they dared to follow their dreams. Consider Steve Jobs, who dropped out of college to pursue his passion for technology and innovation. If he had stayed on the safe and expected path, he wouldn't have founded Apple, a company that revolutionized the way the world interacts with technology. The lesson here is simple. Following your dreams is the foundation of true success. But how do you follow your dreams in a world that seems to push you in the opposite direction? It begins by identifying what those dreams are. This sounds easy, but for many people, it can be one of the hardest steps. We are often so caught up in the daily grind that we lose sight of what truly makes us happy. Start by asking yourself these questions. What did you love doing as a child? What activities make you feel most alive and fulfilled? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? These questions can help you reconnect with your dreams and passions. Once you've identified your dream, it's time to make a plan. This is where many people get stuck. They think that following their dreams means throwing caution to the wind and taking huge risks all at once. But that's not the case. Pursuing your dreams requires careful planning and dedication. It's about breaking your dream down into smaller, actionable steps that you can work on every day. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. By taking consistent, deliberate actions, you move closer to your goals without overwhelming yourself. It's also important to recognize that following your dreams comes with its share of challenges. You will face obstacles, and at times you may feel like giving up. But that's part of the process. The road to success is never smooth, but it's in overcoming those challenges that you grow stronger and more resilient. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and improve. So, when you encounter difficulties, remind yourself why you started in the first place. Keep your vision in mind and let it drive you forward. Another key element of following your dreams is the willingness to take risks. There's no such thing as a dream without risk. Whether it's the fear of failure, the uncertainty of the unknown, or the possibility of criticism, risk is inevitable. But if you never take risks, you'll never grow. You'll stay stuck in your comfort zone, and while it may feel safe there, it's also where dreams go to die. Success requires stepping out of your comfort zone, embracing uncertainty, and trusting in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Think of every successful person you admire. They all took risks. They didn't have guarantees of success, but they had faith in their dreams and their ability to make them a reality. You don't have to be reckless, but you do need to be brave. Take calculated risks and be willing to learn from any mistakes or failures that come your way. It's often in those moments of failure that the greatest growth happens. In addition to taking risks, it's essential to surround yourself with people who support your dreams. Too often, we allow the opinions of others to dictate our choices. But remember, your dreams are yours, not theirs. Seek out people who encourage and inspire you, people who believe in your potential and want to see you succeed. Let go of those who hold you back or try to impose their fears on you. The company you keep plays a significant role in whether you achieve your dreams or let them slip away. Lastly, remember that success is deeply personal. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Your dream may look different from someone else's, and that's perfectly okay. Success isn't about meeting society's definition of achievement. It's about living a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling to you. If that means taking a less traditional path, so be it. The only person who needs to believe in your dream is you. As you start following your dreams, you'll likely encounter moments of doubt. You'll wonder if you're on the right path, if you're good enough, if you can really make it work. In those moments, go back to your why. Why are you pursuing this dream? What does it mean to you? How will achieving it change your life? Holding on to your why will help you push through the doubts and stay focused on your goals. In the end, following your dreams is not just about achieving external success. It's about creating a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and aligned with who you truly are. When you follow your dreams, you live with purpose, and that's the greatest success of all. Achieving success requires hard work and dedication, but it also requires balance. One of the most overlooked aspects of success is the importance of taking breaks. In our modern, fast-paced world, we are constantly bombarded with the idea that success comes from non-stop hustle and grind. We're told to work harder, stay later, and sacrifice everything for the sake of achievement. But the truth is, rest is just as important as effort. Taking breaks is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Your mind and body need time to recharge and refresh so that you can continue performing at your best. Think of yourself like a battery. If you're constantly working without rest, you're draining your energy reserves. Eventually, you'll burn out, and your productivity, creativity, and overall well-being will suffer. Studies show that regular breaks improve focus, reduce stress, and enhance productivity. When you take time to step away from your work, you give your brain the opportunity to rest and reset. This allows you to come back to your tasks with a fresh perspective, renewed energy, and sharper focus. On the other hand, when you push yourself to keep working without breaks, your performance declines. You make more mistakes, struggle to concentrate, and feel mentally exhausted. One effective method for incorporating breaks into your daily routine is the Pomodoro technique. This technique involves working for a set amount of time, typically 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 Pomodoro sessions, you take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This simple system helps you stay focused during your work periods while ensuring you take regular breaks to recharge. But taking breaks isn't just about stepping away from your desk for a few minutes. It's about truly disconnecting from work-related tasks and allowing yourself to relax. This means not checking your emails, not thinking about your to-do list, and not stressing about what's coming next. Use your breaks to clear your mind. Go for a walk, get some fresh air, meditate, or engage in a hobby you enjoy. It's also essential to take longer breaks, such as vacations or days off. Research shows that nearly 50% of people don't take their full annual paid leave, and this percentage is similar in countries around the world. People often feel guilty for taking time off, thinking it will hurt their career or slow down their progress. But the opposite is true. Taking time off allows you to come back to work with renewed enthusiasm and creativity, often leading to better performance and more innovative ideas. If you're constantly running on empty, you're not going to achieve the level of success you're striving for. Success isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. And part of working smarter is knowing when to take a step back and recharge. In fact, some of the most successful people in the world prioritize rest as much as they prioritize work. When you take a break, you give yourself the chance to reflect on your progress and assess whether you're still on the right path. Breaks provide valuable space for introspection and creativity. Often, the best ideas come when you're not actively trying to solve a problem. It's in those moments of rest, when your mind is free to wander, that inspiration strikes. Incorporating regular breaks into your life doesn't just improve your work performance, it also enhances your overall well-being. Chronic stress and burnout are real dangers in today's society, and they take a significant toll on both your mental and physical health. By making time for rest, you reduce your risk of burnout and create a healthier, more sustainable path to success. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed or stuck, instead of pushing through, try stepping back. Take a break, give yourself time to recharge, and you'll likely find that you return to your work with more focus, clarity, and energy. Remember, success isn't about how hard you push, it's about how well you pace yourself along the way. Success is often viewed as an external achievement, wealth, recognition, status, but at its core, true success is built on something far more personal: financial discipline. Living within your means is one of the most critical habits you can develop on your journey to success. It's not about depriving yourself of joy or living a life of extreme frugality. Instead, it's about making smart financial decisions that support both your current well-being and future security. Many people fall into the trap of overspending, chasing after material possessions to project an image of success. They believe that owning luxury items, driving expensive cars, or wearing designer clothes will make them feel accomplished. But financial success isn't about looking wealthy. It's about actually being financially secure. When you live beyond your means, constantly chasing the latest trends or trying to keep up with others, you set yourself up for stress, debt, and financial instability. In fact, studies show that a large percentage of people live paycheck to paycheck with little to no savings. This constant financial pressure can make it difficult to take risks, invest in your future, or even enjoy life's simple pleasures. When all your energy is focused on making ends meet, it's hard to pursue your dreams or work toward long-term goals. This is why learning to live within your means is so important. It gives you the freedom and flexibility to focus on what truly matters. The first step to living within your means is understanding where your money is going. Many people don't have a clear picture of their spending habits. They might know how much they earn each month, but they often underestimate how much they spend on non-essentials like eating out, entertainment, or impulse purchases. To get a handle on your finances, start by tracking every dollar you spend. This will help you identify areas where you can cut back and save more. Once you have a clear understanding of your spending, the next step is creating a budget that aligns with your goals. A budget isn't about restricting yourself, it's about being intentional with your money. It allows you to prioritize the things that are most important to you while ensuring you're saving for the future. When creating your budget, focus on the essentials first: housing, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Then allocate money for savings and investments. Finally, set aside a portion for discretionary spending, things like dining out, hobbies, or entertainment. The key is to make sure you're not overspending in any category and that you're consistently saving each month. One of the most effective ways to build financial discipline is by adopting the mindset of delayed gratification. In today's world of instant gratification, it's easy to fall into the trap of wanting everything now. But successful people understand the value of waiting. They know that sacrificing short-term pleasures can lead to long-term gains. Instead of buying that new gadget or outfit right away, ask yourself, is this purchase aligned with my goals? Will it bring lasting value to my life? If not, it's better to save the money or invest it in something that will pay off in the future. Another important aspect of living within your means is avoiding debt whenever possible. Debt can be a major obstacle to financial success. While some forms of debt, like a mortgage or student loans, can be considered investments in your future, consumer debt, credit card debt, car loans, and personal loans can quickly spiral out of control. High interest rates make it difficult to pay off the principal, and before you know it, you're stuck in a cycle of debt that can take years to escape. If you're already in debt, don't panic. The first step is acknowledging it and creating a plan to pay it off. Focus on paying down high-interest debt first, and consider consolidating your debts into a lower-interest loan if possible. As you work to become debt-free, remember to avoid taking on new debt. Instead, save up for big purchases and pay in cash whenever you can. This will not only save you money on interest, but also give you a greater sense of control over your finances. Investing is another critical element of living within your means and building long-term financial success. While saving is important, investing allows your money to grow over time. Whether it's through stocks, bonds, real estate, or other assets, investing gives you the opportunity to build wealth and achieve financial independence. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow through the power of compound interest. Living within your means doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. In fact, financial discipline often leads to a more fulfilling life because it allows you to focus on what truly brings you joy. When you're not constantly worrying about money, you have the freedom to pursue your passions, take risks, and live authentically. You can invest in experiences rather than things, travel, education, hobbies, and relationships that enrich your life and bring lasting satisfaction. Forgiveness is a powerful force that can unlock personal growth, emotional freedom, and ultimately, success. Yet, for many people, forgiveness is one of the hardest things to practice. When someone hurts us, whether through betrayal, deceit, or disappointment, it's natural to hold on to the pain, reliving the event and harboring resentment. But what we often don't realize is that holding on to these negative emotions doesn't hurt the other person. It hurts us. Forgiveness isn't about condoning someone's behavior or pretending that the pain didn't happen. It's about releasing yourself from the grip of anger, bitterness, and resentment. When you forgive, you free yourself from the emotional prison that keeps you stuck in the past. You open the door to healing, peace, and personal growth. In many ways, forgiveness is one of the most self-empowering acts you can practice. One of the biggest misconceptions about forgiveness is that it's something we do for the other person. In reality, forgiveness is primarily for you. It's a gift you give yourself to let go of the emotional burden that's weighing you down. By choosing to forgive, you reclaim your power and take control of your own emotional well-being. You no longer allow the actions of others to dictate your happiness or peace of mind. Think about a time when someone wronged you. How long did you hold on to that anger? Did it consume your thoughts, affect your mood, or even impact your relationships with others? Now imagine how different things might have been if you had chosen to forgive sooner. Forgiveness doesn't erase what happened, but it allows you to move forward with a lighter heart, free from the emotional baggage that can hold you back from success. Forgiveness also plays a crucial role in personal development because it allows you to focus on the present and future rather than being stuck in the past. When you're consumed by anger or resentment, it's difficult to concentrate on your goals or pursue your dreams. Your emotional energy is drained, and you may find yourself constantly reliving the hurt instead of working toward the life you want. By forgiving, you release that emotional energy and redirect it toward positive growth and self-improvement. Of course, forgiveness isn't easy. It's a process that takes time, self-reflection, and emotional strength. The first step is acknowledging the pain and hurt you've experienced. It's important to be honest with yourself about how the situation affected you. Ignoring or suppressing your emotions won't lead to healing. It will only prolong the pain. Once you've acknowledged your feelings, you can begin the process of letting go. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or excusing the behavior. It means accepting that the event happened, recognizing that you can't change the past, and choosing to release the emotional hold it has over you. This step can be difficult because it often feels like you're giving up control. But in reality, by letting go, you're taking back control of your own emotional well-being. Forgiving someone doesn't necessarily mean you have to reconcile with them or continue having a relationship with them. In some cases, it's healthiest to forgive from a distance and move on. Forgiveness doesn't require an apology or even acknowledgement from the other person. It's something you do for yourself, regardless of whether the other person deserves it or not. In addition to forgiving others, it's equally important to practice self-forgiveness. We all make mistakes, and sometimes the hardest person to forgive is ourselves. Self-forgiveness is essential for personal growth because it allows you to learn from your mistakes without being weighed down by guilt or shame. When you forgive yourself, you give yourself permission to move forward and grow from the experience, rather than being trapped in a cycle of self-blame. Forgiveness also helps foster healthier relationships. When you hold on to resentment, it affects not only your relationship with the person who hurt you, but also your relationships with others. Anger and bitterness can spill over into your interactions with friends, family, and colleagues, creating unnecessary tension and conflict. By practicing forgiveness, you create space for more positive, open, and supportive relationships in your life. Confidence is often considered one of the most critical components of success. It's the fuel that powers your journey, allowing you to pursue your goals with conviction, take risks, and trust in your abilities. Without confidence, even the most talented individuals can find themselves paralyzed by self-doubt, unable to take action or reach their full potential. But here's the thing: confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you can build and strengthen over time. One of the biggest misconceptions about confidence is that it's about thinking you're better than others. In reality, confidence is not about comparing yourself to anyone else. It's about having trust in your own abilities, knowing that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way, and believing that you deserve success. Confidence gives you the courage to step out of your comfort zone and take on new challenges, even when you don't have all the answers. True confidence comes from within. It's not based on external validation or approval from others. While compliments or praise might give you a temporary boost, lasting confidence comes from knowing who you are and what you're capable of, regardless of what others think. This internal confidence allows you to navigate life's uncertainties with resilience and grace, knowing that you have the strength to figure things out. But how do you build this kind of confidence, especially if you've struggled with self-doubt in the past? The first step is to shift your mindset. Confidence isn't about knowing everything or never making mistakes. It's about being willing to learn and grow. When you approach challenges with a growth mindset, you see setbacks as opportunities for learning, not as failures. This mindset shift can help you stop being so hard on yourself and allow you to embrace the process of growth. One powerful way to build confidence is by taking action. Often, we wait to feel confident before we take that big step, but the truth is, confidence comes after action, not before. The more you put yourself out there, the more you'll realize that you're capable of handling difficult situations. Each time you step outside of your comfort zone and take a risk, whether it's speaking up in a meeting, starting a new project, or trying something completely unfamiliar, you gain valuable experience and build confidence in your ability to handle uncertainty. It's also important to practice self-compassion. Confidence doesn't mean you'll always get things right, or that you won't make mistakes along the way. What matters is how you respond to those mistakes. Instead of beating yourself up when things don't go as planned, remind yourself that mistakes are part of the journey. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, and recognize that growth comes from taking risks and learning from the experience. Another key element of building confidence is the ability to manage fear. Fear is a natural response to uncertainty, and it's something everyone experiences at some point. However, confident people don't let fear control their actions. They acknowledge their fear, but they don't allow it to stop them from moving forward. By facing your fears head-on and pushing through discomfort, you strengthen your confidence and increase your ability to handle future challenges. Visualization can also be a powerful tool for building confidence. Take a few minutes each day to imagine yourself succeeding in a specific situation. Picture yourself speaking confidently, making decisive choices, and achieving your goals. This mental rehearsal helps prepare your mind for success and reinforces your belief in your own abilities. The more you visualize yourself succeeding, the more likely you are to act with confidence when the time comes. It's important to surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. The company you keep has a significant impact on your confidence levels. If you're constantly around negative or critical people, it's easy to start doubting yourself. On the other hand, being around positive, supportive individuals who believe in you can help boost your confidence and reinforce your sense of self-worth. Confidence is also closely tied to gratitude. When you appreciate what you have and who you are, you're less likely to feel insecure or inadequate. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what you lack and toward the strengths and resources you already possess. By practicing gratitude regularly, you cultivate a sense of contentment and confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Finally, remember that confidence is a journey, not a destination. It's something you build and strengthen over time, and it will naturally fluctuate depending on the circumstances. There will be days when you feel incredibly confident, and other days when self-doubt creeps in. That's okay. It's all part of the process. The important thing is to keep moving forward, even on the days when you don't feel 100% confident. By taking small steps every day, you'll continue to build your confidence and grow stronger in the face of challenges. In today's consumer-driven society, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of material possessions. We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us that success is measured by what we own: luxury cars, designer clothes, the latest gadgets. But the truth is, material possessions don't bring lasting happiness or fulfillment. In fact, attaching too much value to material things can actually hold you back from true success. Reducing your attachment to possessions is about shifting your mindset and recognizing that your worth isn't defined by the things you own. Success isn't about how many material goods you accumulate. It's about living a life that aligns with your values, goals, and passions. When you're overly attached to possessions, you're constantly chasing external validation and trying to fill an internal void with things that can't truly satisfy you. One of the reasons people become so attached to possessions is that they equate material goods with success and status. They believe that owning expensive items will make them feel more valuable or accepted by others. However, this is a dangerous mindset because it places your self-worth in the hands of external factors that are constantly changing. The more you rely on possessions to boost your self-esteem, the more you'll find yourself trapped in a cycle of wanting more, never feeling truly satisfied. The first step to reducing your attachment to possessions is to assess your current relationship with material goods. Take a look around at the things you own, your clothes, your gadgets, your home decor. Ask yourself, do these things bring me joy, or am I holding on to them out of a sense of obligation or status? How much of my identity is tied to the things I own? By asking these questions, you can begin to identify the areas where material possessions may be holding too much power in your life. Decluttering is a practical and symbolic way to reduce your attachment to possessions. Start by going through your belongings and letting go of the things you no longer need or use. This process can be incredibly liberating because it forces you to confront the items you've been holding on to for the wrong reasons. As you let go of these unnecessary possessions, you'll find that you feel lighter and more focused on the things that truly matter. Another way to reduce your attachment to possessions is to focus on experiences rather than things. Studies have shown that people who invest in experiences, travel, learning new skills, spending time with loved ones, report higher levels of happiness and satisfaction than those who spend their money on material goods. Experiences create lasting memories and help you grow as a person, while material possessions often lose their appeal over time. Living simply doesn't mean you have to deprive yourself of the things you enjoy. It just means being more intentional about what you bring into your life, instead of mindlessly accumulating more stuff. Take the time to consider whether a new purchase will truly add value to your life. Will it enhance your well-being, help you grow, or bring you joy? If not, it's likely something you can live without. Reducing your attachment to possessions also allows you to focus on your goals and aspirations. When you're not constantly distracted by the pursuit of material goods, you have more mental and emotional energy to invest in the things that truly matter: your relationships, your personal growth, and your dreams. You become more grounded in who you are rather than in what you own. Leaving your comfort zone is one of the most important steps you can take toward achieving lasting success. While it may feel safe and familiar to stay where you are, it's within the realm of discomfort that true growth happens. Every successful person has had to face fear and uncertainty at some point in their journey, but the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is their willingness to push beyond what feels comfortable. We all have comfort zones, and they can serve a purpose in helping us feel safe and secure. However, when we stay in them for too long, they become a barrier to progress. Growth requires taking risks, trying new things, and being open to change. This is true in every area of life, whether it's your career, relationships, health, or personal development. Staying in your comfort zone might feel good in the short term, but it ultimately leads to stagnation. One of the main reasons people avoid stepping out of their comfort zones is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These fears are natural, but they often hold us back from reaching our full potential. The key to overcoming this fear is to acknowledge it, but not let it control you. Fear is simply a signal that you're about to enter uncharted territory, and that's where growth happens. Think about a time in your life when you did something that scared you. Maybe it was giving a presentation at work, starting a new job, or moving to a new city. At first, it probably felt uncomfortable or even terrifying. But as you pushed through that discomfort, you likely experienced a sense of accomplishment and pride. That's the power of stepping out of your comfort zone. It leads to new opportunities, personal growth, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. The first step to leaving your comfort zone is recognizing where it exists. What areas of your life feel safe but stagnant? Where have you been avoiding change or taking risks? This could be in your career, your relationships, your health, or even your hobbies. Once you've identified these areas, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I took a risk? Often, the fear of the unknown is far greater than the actual risk itself. Next, start small. You don't have to make a huge leap right away. Instead, take small, manageable steps outside your comfort zone. If public speaking terrifies you, start by speaking up in a small meeting or practicing in front of a trusted friend. If you want to improve your health, begin by incorporating a short daily walk into your routine. These small steps build momentum and confidence, making it easier to take on bigger challenges over time. As you continue to step outside your comfort zone, you'll begin to see that discomfort is not something to be feared, but embraced. It's a sign that you're growing and evolving. The more you challenge yourself, the more resilient and adaptable you become. And over time, your comfort zone expands, allowing you to take on even greater challenges with ease. One of the most important things to remember when stepping out of your comfort zone is that failure is part of the process. You will likely stumble or make mistakes along the way, and that's okay. In fact, failure is often one of the most valuable learning experiences you can have. Each time you fail, you gain new insights and skills that help you improve and grow. So, instead of fearing failure, see it as an opportunity to learn and get closer to your goals. It's also important to surround yourself with people who encourage and support your growth. When you're stepping out of your comfort zone, it can be helpful to have a support system of friends, family, or mentors who believe in you and push you to keep going. They can provide valuable feedback, help you stay accountable, and remind you of your potential when self-doubt creeps in. Another key to successfully leaving your comfort zone is to cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, effort, and learning. When you have a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to learn rather than as threats to your self-worth. This mindset allows you to embrace discomfort and view setbacks as a natural part of the learning process. Stepping out of your comfort zone isn't just about taking risks for the sake of it. It's about creating meaningful change in your life. It's about pursuing the things that matter most to you, even if they feel daunting at first. Whether it's starting a new business, learning a new skill, or improving your relationships, leaving your comfort zone is the key to unlocking new possibilities and achieving your full potential. Failure is often seen as something to be avoided at all costs. We're taught from a young age that failure is a negative outcome, a sign that we've done something wrong or aren't good enough. But in reality, failure is one of the most powerful tools for growth and success. The difference between successful people and those who struggle isn't that the successful never fail. It's that they have the courage to fail and learn from it. Every successful person has experienced failure at some point in their journey. Steve Jobs was fired from the company he co-founded. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. J.K. Rowling's first book was rejected by multiple publishers. These individuals didn't let failure stop them. They used it as fuel to keep going, to learn, and to improve. Failure wasn't the end of their story. It was a stepping stone to greater success. The first step in embracing failure is changing your mindset about what failure means. Instead of seeing it as a sign of inadequacy, see it as a natural part of the learning process. Failure isn't final. It's feedback. It's telling you what didn't work and giving you an opportunity to adjust your approach. When you view failure through this lens, it becomes something to embrace rather than fear. One of the reasons people fear failure is because they worry about what others will think. They don't want to be judged, criticized, or seen as incompetent. But here's the truth. Most people are so focused on their own lives that they're not paying as much attention to your failures as you think. And even if they do notice, their opinions don't define your worth or potential. The only opinion that truly matters is your own. If you can learn to view failure as a necessary part of growth, you'll stop worrying about what others think and start focusing on what you can learn from the experience. Another important aspect of embracing failure is understanding that it's not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of failures. When you fail, you gain valuable insights and experience that help you refine your approach and get closer to your goals. The road to success is rarely a straight line. It's filled with detours, setbacks, and failures. But each failure brings you one step closer to where you want to be. One way to build the courage to fail is by taking calculated risks. You don't have to jump into the deep end right away. Instead, start by taking smaller risks that push you outside of your comfort zone but are still manageable. As you experience both successes and failures, you'll begin to build confidence in your ability to handle setbacks and learn from them. Over time, you'll become more comfortable with taking bigger risks, knowing that failure is simply part of the process. It's also important to reframe your relationship with failure. Instead of seeing it as something negative, view it as an opportunity for growth. When you fail, ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? How can I use this knowledge to improve in the future? By shifting your focus from the failure itself to the lessons you gained, you'll begin to see failure as a valuable part of your journey. Another key to embracing failure is resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. When you're resilient, failure doesn't stop you. It motivates you to keep going. Building resilience takes time, but it starts with a mindset shift. Instead of letting failure define you, use it as a catalyst for growth. Remind yourself that every failure is temporary and that with perseverance, you can overcome any challenge. It's also helpful to surround yourself with a supportive network of people who encourage you to take risks and learn from failure. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or colleagues, having a support system can make a big difference in how you respond to failure. These individuals can provide valuable perspective, remind you of your strengths, and help you stay focused on your long-term goals. Finally, remember that failure is not something to be feared. It's something to be embraced. The more you fail, the more you learn, and the more you grow. Every failure brings you one step closer to success, as long as you're willing to learn from it and keep going. So, don't be afraid to take risks, make mistakes, and fail. The courage to fail is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Failure isn't the end. It's just the beginning of your journey to success. Toxic people are like anchors that weigh you down, keeping you from moving forward on your journey to success. No matter how talented, motivated, or hardworking you are, the company you keep has a significant impact on your growth and progress. That's why saying goodbye to toxic people is not just a necessary step for personal well-being, but also an essential move for your success. These individuals can sap your energy, create doubt, and prevent you from achieving your full potential. Toxicity can manifest in many forms: negative attitudes, constant criticism, manipulative behavior, or a lack of support. It's often subtle, creeping into your life under the guise of tough love or constructive criticism, but over time, the effects become clear. You start to feel drained after spending time with these individuals. Your self-confidence erodes, and their negativity clouds your vision. It becomes harder to stay focused on your goals, and your motivation takes a hit. The first step in saying goodbye to toxic people is identifying who they are. This might sound easy, but it can be more challenging than it seems. Toxic people are not always obvious. They can be friends, colleagues, or even family members who have been part of your life for a long time. Sometimes their negative influence is so ingrained in your daily interactions that you may not even realize the extent of the damage they're causing. To identify toxic individuals in your life, pay attention to how you feel after interacting with them. Do you feel exhausted, anxious, or disheartened? Do they make you doubt your abilities or your goals? Do they constantly bring up your past mistakes or criticize your efforts, even when you're trying your best? These are all signs of toxic behavior. Another indicator is how these individuals respond to your successes. Do they celebrate your achievements, or do they downplay your accomplishments, making you feel like they're not enough? True friends and supporters will lift you up, not tear you down. Once you've identified the toxic people in your life, the next step is learning how to distance yourself from them. This can be difficult, especially if the person is a close friend or family member. However, your mental and emotional well-being and your success depend on it. You don't have to cut people off completely right away. Start by setting boundaries. Limit the amount of time you spend with them, and don't engage in conversations that drain your energy or bring you down. When setting boundaries, be clear and firm. Let the toxic person know that certain behaviors are unacceptable and that you won't tolerate being treated in a negative way. This might lead to conflict, as toxic individuals often resist change, but it's essential to stand your ground. Remember, you are prioritizing your growth, health, and success. You deserve to be surrounded by people who encourage you, not hold you back. In some cases, it may be necessary to cut ties altogether. This is especially true for relationships that are consistently harmful, whether emotionally, mentally, or even physically. It's important to recognize that you don't owe anyone access to your life if they are causing harm. Letting go of toxic people can be painful, especially if you've known them for a long time, but it's a critical step in creating a positive, supportive environment that allows you to thrive. Saying goodbye to toxic people isn't just about avoiding negativity, it's about making room for positivity. When you remove toxic individuals from your life, you create space for healthy, supportive relationships. You attract people who genuinely care about your well-being and want to see you succeed. These are the people who will cheer you on during your highs and offer a helping hand during your lows. Surrounding yourself with positive influences helps you stay motivated, focused, and confident in your abilities. It's also important to remember that toxicity is not always one-sided. Sometimes we can inadvertently contribute to toxic dynamics through our own behavior or reactions. Self-awareness is key here. Take a moment to reflect on how you interact with others and how you respond to difficult situations. Are you quick to judge? Do you engage in gossip or negativity? Do you hold grudges or resist forgiving others? By working on your own personal growth, you can ensure that you are contributing positively to the relationships in your life. Another crucial aspect of saying goodbye to toxic people is learning to say no. Toxic individuals often thrive on manipulation and control, and they may try to guilt you into doing things that don't align with your values or goals. Saying no can be difficult, especially if you're someone who likes to please others, but it's essential for maintaining your boundaries and protecting your energy. Saying no is not selfish, it's a form of self-care. You have the right to prioritize your well-being and your success without feeling obligated to meet the demands of others. As you begin to distance yourself from toxic people, you'll notice a significant shift in your mindset and overall energy. You'll feel lighter, more focused, and more motivated to pursue your goals. You'll no longer be weighed down by negativity or self-doubt, and you'll have the emotional space to invest in relationships that truly support your growth. Planning is often considered one of the cornerstones of success. While spontaneity and flexibility have their place, the ability to plan ahead is what sets successful people apart from those who merely hope for good outcomes. Success doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of careful, deliberate planning, combined with the willingness to adapt to changing circumstances. When you plan ahead, you give yourself the best possible chance of achieving your goals and overcoming any obstacles that may arise. The first step to effective planning is setting clear, specific goals. Without a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it's impossible to create a roadmap for success. Start by defining both your short-term and long-term goals. What do you want to accomplish in the next week, month, or year? What are your big-picture aspirations? Be as specific as possible. Vague goals like, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be happy," aren't actionable. Instead, focus on concrete outcomes, such as, "I want to save $10,000 this year," or "I want to launch my own business within the next 6 months." Once you've identified your goals, the next step is to break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. This is where many people get overwhelmed. They set ambitious goals but don't know where to start. Breaking your goals down into actionable steps makes the process much more manageable. For example, if your goal is to save $10,000 in a year, break that down into monthly savings targets, and then figure out how you can adjust your spending to meet those targets. By focusing on smaller, achievable steps, you'll build momentum and confidence as you work toward your larger goals. One of the most effective planning techniques is daily planning. Each day, take a few minutes to review your goals and prioritize your tasks for the day. What do you need to accomplish today to move closer to your goals? By starting each day with a plan, you set yourself up for success. You'll be more focused, productive, and intentional with your time. Daily planning also helps you stay on track and avoid distractions, which can be a major obstacle to achieving your goals. However, it's important to recognize that even the best-laid plans don't always go smoothly. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected challenges are bound to arise. This is where flexibility comes in. While planning ahead is crucial, it's equally important to be adaptable when things don't go as planned. Successful people are able to pivot and adjust their plans when necessary without losing sight of their goals. They understand that setbacks are part of the process and that sometimes the path to success requires taking a detour. A key part of planning ahead is preparing for potential obstacles. This doesn't mean expecting failure, but rather being proactive about the challenges you might face. Think about the potential roadblocks that could come up as you work toward your goals. Is there a possibility that you'll run out of time, resources, or motivation? Are there external factors, such as market changes or personal commitments, that could impact your progress? By anticipating these challenges, you can create contingency plans to address them if they arise. Contingency planning is especially important for long-term goals. While you may not be able to predict every possible scenario, having a backup plan in place can save you a lot of stress and frustration down the road. For example, if you're starting a new business, you might have a plan for securing funding from investors, but it's also wise to have a backup plan in case the funding falls through. Maybe you'll consider bootstrapping the business, seeking alternative investors, or adjusting your budget to operate on a smaller scale. Another important aspect of planning is time management. Successful people know how to prioritize their time and energy to focus on what matters most. It's not enough to simply make a plan. You also need to be disciplined about how you execute that plan. This means identifying your most important tasks, often referred to as MITs, and tackling them first, before moving on to less critical tasks. By focusing on your MITs, you ensure that you're making progress on your most important goals, rather than getting bogged down in busy work. It's also essential to regularly review and adjust your plans. As you make progress toward your goals, take time to reflect on what's working and what's not. Are you on track to meet your targets, or do you need to make adjustments? Regularly reviewing your progress allows you to stay accountable to yourself and make any necessary changes before it's too late. It also helps you stay motivated, as you can see how far you've come and what still needs to be done. Regret is one of the most painful emotions a person can experience. It's a lingering reminder of missed opportunities, unspoken words, and the things we wish we had done differently. As we go through life, it's natural to reflect on the past, but too often we become trapped in a cycle of regret that holds us back from living fully in the present and moving confidently into the future. The good news is, with the right mindset and approach, you can live a life without regrets and create a future where you can look back with pride instead of remorse. One of the most important steps in living a regret-free life is to embrace the idea that you are responsible for your choices. While you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond to life's challenges. Every decision you make, big or small, contributes to the path you're on. When you acknowledge that you have the power to shape your future, you can begin to take intentional steps toward living in a way that minimizes regret. At the heart of regret is often a feeling of missed opportunities. These are the chances we didn't take, the risks we were too afraid to pursue, and the dreams we let slip away because we doubted ourselves or feared failure. One of the most common regrets people express toward the end of their lives is that they didn't follow their dreams or take enough risks. To avoid this, it's essential to regularly assess your life and ask yourself, am I truly living in alignment with my goals and passions? Am I pursuing the things that matter most to me? Too often, people get caught up in the day-to-day grind of life, postponing their dreams until someday. But someday often never comes. One of the most powerful ways to avoid regret is to take action now. If there's something you've always wanted to do, whether it's starting a new career, traveling the world, or learning a new skill, don't wait for the perfect moment. Create the moment. Life is unpredictable, and the perfect time may never come. The only way to ensure you don't look back with regret is to seize the opportunities that are available to you now. Another key to living without regret is to cultivate deep, meaningful relationships. At the end of the day, it's the connections we have with others that bring the greatest joy and fulfillment to our lives. Many people express regret over not spending enough time with loved ones or not making an effort to nurture their relationships. Don't let work, stress, or trivial concerns keep you from connecting with the people who matter most to you. Make time for family and friends, show them love and appreciation, and make the effort to stay connected, even when life gets busy. One of the most profound ways to avoid regret is to live authentically. This means being true to yourself and your values, rather than living according to the expectations of others. Many people go through life trying to please everyone around them, only to realize later that they've been living someone else's version of success. To live authentically you need to get clear on what's most important to you, your values, your passions, your goals, and make decisions that align with those priorities. When you live in a way that's true to yourself, you reduce the likelihood of looking back and wishing you had lived differently. It's also important to embrace failure as part of the journey. One of the biggest reasons people regret not taking action is the fear of failure. They worry about what might go wrong, how others will perceive them, or whether they're capable of succeeding. But failure is not something to be feared. It's something to be learned from. Every failure brings valuable lessons that help you grow and improve. When you adopt a mindset that sees failure as an opportunity for growth, you'll be more willing to take risks, knowing that even if things don't go as planned, you'll come out stronger on the other side. Another key element of living a life without regret is forgiveness, both of yourself and others. Holding on to grudges or harboring resentment keeps you stuck in the past and prevents you from moving forward. When you forgive, you free yourself from the emotional burden of anger and pain. It's not always easy, but forgiveness is essential for personal peace and growth. Likewise, it's important to forgive yourself for past mistakes. We all make choices we wish we could change, but dwelling on those mistakes only causes more regret. Instead, focus on what you've learned and how you can apply those lessons moving forward. Gratitude is another powerful tool in avoiding regret. When you focus on the things you're grateful for in life, you shift your mindset away from what you lack or what you wish you had done differently. Gratitude helps you appreciate the present moment and the progress you've made. It reminds you that, while you may not have achieved everything you want yet, you have still accomplished many things worth celebrating. Practicing gratitude daily can help you stay grounded and focused on what truly matters, reducing the chances of future regret. Finally, living without regret means accepting that you won't always get everything right. There will be moments when you make mistakes, miss opportunities, or make choices you wish you could undo. But instead of letting these moments define you, use them as a catalyst for growth. Regret can be a powerful teacher if you let it. When you reflect on past regrets, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I make better choices moving forward? By using regret as a learning tool, you can make adjustments and course correct, ensuring that you continue to grow and evolve. As you work towards success and strive to live without regret, there's one thing that will keep you grounded and focused: the ability to stay present. Far too often, people get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, always thinking about the next goal, the next task, or the next milestone. But true fulfillment comes not just from achieving success, but from being fully present in the moment and appreciating the journey along the way. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present and fully engaged in whatever you're doing, without being distracted by thoughts of the past or future. It's about focusing on the here and now, whether you're working toward a goal, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a quiet moment to yourself. By practicing mindfulness, you cultivate a deeper sense of awareness and appreciation for life, which in turn reduces stress, increases happiness, and helps you stay aligned with your goals. One of the greatest benefits of mindfulness is that it helps you stay focused on what truly matters. When you're constantly thinking about the future, it's easy to lose sight of your priorities and get distracted by things that don't align with your values or long-term goals. Mindfulness helps you slow down, take stock of what's important, and make decisions that are in line with your true desires. Another advantage of mindfulness is that it allows you to savor the small moments that make life meaningful. Success is not just about the big achievements, it's also about the little things: a meaningful conversation with a friend, the feeling of accomplishment after a productive day, or the joy of a simple meal shared with loved ones. When you're fully present, you can appreciate these moments for what they are, rather than rushing through them in pursuit of the next big thing. Practicing mindfulness also helps you manage stress and anxiety. When you're constantly worrying about the future or ruminating on the past, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But by bringing your attention back to the present moment, you can ground yourself in the here and now, reducing feelings of anxiety and creating a greater sense of calm. This allows you to approach challenges with a clearer mind and a more balanced perspective, making it easier to navigate difficult situations. To cultivate mindfulness in your daily life, start by setting aside a few minutes each day to practice being present. This could be through meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking a walk and focusing on your surroundings. The key is to train your mind to focus on the present moment, rather than getting caught up in thoughts of what's to come or what's already happened. Over time, you'll find that this practice becomes easier, and you'll begin to notice a greater sense of peace and clarity in your day-to-day life. Another way to incorporate mindfulness into your life is by practicing gratitude. Take time each day to reflect on the things you're grateful for, whether big or small. This helps shift your focus away from what you lack or what you're striving for, and instead grounds you in the present moment, reminding you of all the good things you already have. Gratitude is a powerful tool for reducing stress, increasing happiness, and staying focused on what truly matters. Success is not a destination, it's a journey of continuous growth, learning, and self-improvement. Throughout this book, you've explored 100 powerful habits and strategies that successful people use to thrive in their personal and professional lives. Now, it's your turn to put these principles into action. Remember, success isn't about perfection or getting everything right the first time. It's about perseverance, resilience, and the willingness to embrace challenges. As you move forward, apply what you've learned here. Stay focused on your goals and keep pushing beyond your comfort zone. The road to success may be long, but with these insights, you're already well on your way. Now, go out there and create the success you deserve. Your journey has just begun.